Okay, so we'll continue. Okay, so the next session was Deborah Rayburn, who is Royal Crown Diamond. She has a conference that she does called Road to Royal, and she has a book called Road to Royal, which I did purchase. I have not had any opportunity to actually look at it yet, but it's sitting at home waiting for me when I get there. She kind of told us a little bit about her. She's actually been doing this for a really long time, so it's really kind of fun to listen to some of the Royal Crown Diamonds who've been around for a while. She started way before all the technology and social media and everything. She says she was working the business for quite a while and nothing was really happening because she was a control freak and she felt like she needed to do everything and needed to be the expert. And so nothing that she was doing was duplicatable. She said that the inventor of Facebook was in diapers when she started. So clearly she didn't build her business on Facebook. She really likes face-to-face, and she likes to listen to her members' problems and what is it in their life that they want to do different. And that she likes to think of prospecting as piquing someone's interest. And you need to master prospecting. You need to do or say something to get them to take a second look at what it is that you have to offer. She has 3 types of classes that she teaches. The first one being how do I use my oils, you know, kind of an oil 101 class. Then she does an advanced products type class, such as, you know, the Thieves line or women's wellness or something like that. And then she does a business builder class where she's, you know, talking specifically about the business. She'll send out emails to everyone about having a business meeting, and she said, okay, so I don't quite know what I mean by my notes. Going to a potluck, tell them what it would look like for them to share. So I think just meaning that, you know, you're in a more casual environment, and it can be just a casual environment that you're sharing. She said you must not be afraid to get on the phone. Having care calls, talking with people that have purchased oils. How do you like your oils? What is on your wish list? Just getting to know them as people and really keeping track of your members and what they like and why they're using their oils and what their favorite oil is and what they want to get next and that kind of thing. She also said you need to really know how to navigate the virtual office. There's hundreds of pages of information, and we need to really truly understand the virtual office so that, and I know this, I'm very much in need of wandering on there and being more confident about where things are, what all resource it is that we have in there. She says, you know, you really need to be sure that your members know how to sign someone up. When do they need to call member services? Let people know all about this. Then you want to get them connected to events, Young Living events in the area. She likes to, with her ER points, she likes to get a bunch of little things. So she can show people, look at these 20 things I got for free. So rather than getting helichrysum and rose, you know, rather than getting really 2 really expensive things, she likes to get soap and shampoo and chapstick, you know, lip balm and all this little stuff. So then you can show people, look at this, I got this all for free. Isn't this incredible? Again, trying to encourage people to get onto ER. She, as her closing, so this was great. This was perfect for me. I have a hard time with my closing. I have a hard time keeping my mouth shut because I want to keep convincing them that they need these oils, right? So she says at the end of her class, she says, so here's how you become a member or distributor, and which kit is it that you're going to start with? not, do you want to get started? She says, which kit will you start with? There's Thieves line, there's the oils, there's Nings Are Red. And then she says, there's only 3 answers, and none of them are no, because you've given them the 3 kits that they can start with, and you have not given them an option to say no. Then here's the hard part. Then she said, be quiet. Don't say anything more after you ask that question. If they have a question, clearly you're going to answer it, but you just need to let them be and let them answer. So then she told us a little bit about her journey. In 2005, she really began to start building. Her husband had passed away, and she had to all of a sudden bring in some money. So she went from senior star to diamond in 5 years, doing this system, doing just this replicatable, straightforward system. She said, look, in terms of building your business people, you want to look for emerging leaders. You look for activity, not just talk. She said, give them a book, tell them, read this book, and then call me on Thursday evening. If they won't, she said she will not commit to coach someone unless they're willing to put in the time to, follow through on what it is she says. If they don't read the book, have them send it back. They are ready. They're ready to build their business when they put in the time and they read it. So she didn't specify a particular book. It's just, whatever book that you feel is a good place to start. Like, How Big Is Your Wave? I think that's a fabulous book that just kind of gives you the basics. And do you have it? Are you going to show it to me, Dawn? Woo-woo! Nice job. I love it. That was your homework. That was your homework last month.
It was my homework.
Nice job. So she always did things by conference call. She didn't have webinars or anything like that. She said you need to find out how to train your people, and that's what we're doing here, right? This is our medium. Teach the same principle to your teachers, to your business builders that works for you. In 1 year, if you teach them, then they will be leaders on their own. She has 27 diamonds underneath her. She said they became...
Can you say that? Sorry, can you say that again?
She has what? 27 diamonds under her.
So, oh my Lord.
Yeah. So clearly, she started really building her business in 2005. So that was 11 years ago. So she's grown her business dramatically, clearly. So then she said, you are not a born leader, but you can grow into a leader. The way you do that is you learn from your mistakes. You have to decide that you are all in. The leader is the one who handles the issues. And don't try to learn everything before you start sharing. You're not going to know it all. Just get out there and start working with people. And she said to work yourself out of a job, meaning that as you share with others and they get the passion and you've demonstrated how to be a leader and how to do this business, they then take off and do it on their own. This is a great quote. The person who aims at nothing hits it every time. So if we don't have any specific goal, any place that we're intending to go, well, then we're always going to hit that. People who do things repetitively perfect their skill. In the beginning, you just want to hit the target, but with practice, you will hit the bullseye. You'll get better and better as you go. If you quit, you have to start all over again. You can't quit. You have to continually put one foot in front of the other. Grab your stress away when you make your care call if that's something that is a challenge. So she said on your refrigerator, you just put the statement, do it. So I like that. What is your dream and why? What can it change? what will change in your life if you reach that dream? She started Young Living actually 17 years ago, but she didn't start growing it until 2005. And she just decided that she was going to do it. She wasn't comfortable with public speaking, so she went to public speaking classes. No one said no one knew as much about essential oils as she did, because at the beginning, at that time, 17 years ago, what was essential oils, right? So, of course, she was the expert because nobody knew about them. She does her best to give back to people. She has actually taken her whole team, and I don't know what level within her team she's done this with, but like she took her team to Hawaii, and she gives back because without them, she wouldn't be where she is. Okay, so that's Deborah Rayburn, fabulous, wonderful woman and I haven't read the book yet, but Road to Royal is on Life Science Publishing. And just so you guys know, I did purchase the membership, and it gives you a discounted price on everything, which I will, once I'm working on getting myself refocused now that I'm at least past Mexico. So I'll be posting that up on Shine, and if I'll figure out exactly how it is you guys can share in on that discount, but that will be extended to you guys as well. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. So Jared Turner then talked. Most companies hit the $1 billion mark and then they lose their momentum. And we are not losing momentum. We are gaining momentum. He said that we ship 800,000 packages every month, which was like, oh, wow, that's a lot. Our average shipping days are going down, and the reason why we have things out of stock is when you don't make synthetic products, you rely on the sun and the seasons. So things that impact our out of stocks are political situations, the weather, all that kind of stuff. Okay, Ed Daly is one of the global trainers. And this was a suggestion from, I think this came from Jared, sharing what Ed Daly does. So he takes one oil for 1 week, and he uses that one oil all week long. And he researches it, and then he shares about the effects on himself personally. So at the end of 52 weeks, you have this full embodied knowledge of 52 oils, which is, what a fabulous idea. Just, the more that we understand the effect of oils on ourselves, the more that we can share with others how they may affect them as well. Seek mentors in your upline. Talk to mentors in crossline. We are all united in one purpose, this Young Living family, and you have to motivate yourself. He said, remember the passion that got you in the chairs of convention today. Listen to Gary on a podcast. Put things in front of you every day that are motivators. Read every day. The world needs passion. Promise that you will share your passion with the world. Set goals. Daily action to meet those goals. There's small steps every day. Consistency is the key. Get yourself to a farm. When you've experienced the farm, it just dramatically changes everything. And then he ends his statement with oil on. So I love it. Okay, then Walter Newt, he is the Chief Information Officer. He came on and he said, bring on the nerd talk. So he was kind of funny. So he just gave some statistics of kind of some of the stuff that we process so that we all kind of understand a little bit. So he said that with their current system that's in place right now, we could process 200 million bottles a day. Right now, we are processing 50 million bottles a day. So that means that we clear their infrastructure that they have set up right now is clearly set up for growth because it has the potential to process 200 million bottles a day. He said we have 140, he says, how many oils do we source? Meaning how many do we get from others than from us? He said there's 140 from all over the world. Okay, and here's where he talked about what do we do with out of stocks. There's weather conditions, political climates, where the oil comes, how it's grown, when it's cut, how it's distilled. The way it works is that they receive oils from their partner farms, their co-op farms, and when those oils arrive at Lehigh or wherever it is, whatever farm it is that it's going to, they test all those oils, and he said that they send tons of oil back every year. If it doesn't meet their standards, then they just send it back or they dump it. 1 year ago, there were 80 items out of stock, and that is trending down. They're looking forward into years in advance, and they actually have oils in storage in the refrigerator. Some of them they have more than a year's worth of oil in their coolers. So they're doing everything they possibly can to not have us go out of stock on things. Okay, next we're going to talk about the ULA guys got up and talked for a little bit. If you haven't ever listened to them, they're pretty funny guys, very motivating. They did state that they kind of shared a little bit about how their association with Young Living began. 3 years ago, they were invited to the Winter Harvest, and they had an opportunity to sit down and talk to Gary. I think Gary had read their book, and he then invited them to Winter Harvest so that he could sit down and talk to them. They stated, Gary wants all of his members around the world to win at business and win at life. I don't want them to crush their business and struggle at marriage. So their mantra is that we know that everyone is designed by God for greatness. You can grow your business. Your business will only grow as much as you grow. Oops, that was weird. My computer just did a funky thing all by itself. Huh. Strange. Okay. Gotta love technology when it just like changes screens all by itself. I didn't touch anything. Okay, so they've actually developed 5 new products to collaborate with Young Living. One is that their big event that they do is called Ulapalooza, and they have 5 Ulapaloozas coming up this next year that are Young Living specific. So they are partnering, and these motivational speeches that they, events that they do are going to be geared towards Young Living members. So one's going to be in Dallas, one's Kansas City, Syracuse, New York, Minnesota, I'm not sure where, and Birmingham, Alabama. They also have come out with the ULA Quick Start, which is an educational material that they have now. They now have some co-branded gear. So, you see everybody wearing their ULA hats and ULA shirts and stuff, but now it says ULA, and then in the corner it says Young Living. So they've got kind of some co-branded gear. They're coming out with a book called ULA for Women, and they're collaborating with the creators of Chicken Soup for the Soul. They're working on collecting stories right now. Okay, then whoever this was that was talking, this was, Eddie Silcock. He's I can't remember his title. He's the head of, I don't remember.
In Canada.
He was in Canada, but now he has a new international title, and I don't recall what his new title was. Anyway, he was talking about some of the business and product tools that are coming out with Young Living. So in August, there's going to be an opportunity video. So right now, we don't actually have anything to direct new members to that shares about the business. Young Living has not produced anything like that. Many other network marketing companies have something like that, and Young Living does not. They're working on that right now, and that will be available in August for us. They are coming up with some roadmaps for the Elite Express program, meaning the Executive in 3, Silver in 6, Gold in 6, and Platinum in 5. They're coming out with some specific roadmaps of what they're suggesting of how to succeed in those. So they're going to be working on improving the enrollment process. That is our first impression upon our new members. And if it doesn't go smoothly, then clearly it's not setting a good impression. So they are working on making some changes to how the enrollment process goes. One big change is that there's not going to be a requirement for a Social Security number anymore. That won't be until sometime this year, probably closer to the end of the year. One other change they're making is that on enrollment, you can select your own ER. It won't be that you have to do an ER kit. You can select what other products you want and turn it into an ER order, which is very exciting. Then the new tiered ER, I'm sure you guys have seen, the first 1 to 3 months is 10%, 4 to 24 months is 20%, and then 25 plus months involved with ER is 25% back. There's a gift at 3, 6, and 9 months that you will receive in the mail. And at 12 months, there's an oil blend called Loyalty that will be sent out to every person who's been on ER for 12 months. So that's a fun little something or other that they've added in there. I thought that was pretty cool. They are opening up 8 new markets in the next 2 years. So Indonesia and Thailand, I think, are the 2 that are slated for this year. But they've already got it planned out for 8 new markets. I don't know where all the other ones are, but February, when they did that big, huge promotion of 10% off the kits, they had 125,000 new enrollments with that promotion. And the record sales day ever was that one day when they did 10% off in June. That was the record sale day ever. It was crazy. And they didn't give any numbers that I wrote down. So, okay. Next, we're going to skip to Adam Green. He's Royal Crown Diamond. He is the Royal Crown Diamond he's the youngest Royal Crown Diamond. His talk was called Success in Duplication. Okay, so he started out, whatever you don't want your kids to do, make sure you don't do it in front of them. So think of building your business like children. Your team will follow your example. You can do good things, but establish bad habits. I established many bad habits that I've shared with you guys that I'm hoping to try to change. So he recommends, some people get into this business and they're doing more than one multi-level marketing company. He says you have to focus on only one company. One of the biggest traps is that people fall into is thinking that they can do multiple network marketing companies, and you have to be all in for that one company. Promote the company that you're passionate about, whether you're going to make, so here's a statement. You would want to promote the company that you would be passionate about, whether you made money from them or you didn't. Why would I use which would I use if I was not paid to use it? What product line would you use for your lifetime? That's the product line that you want to promote, and clearly all of us have made the right choice, right? Because I can't imagine my life without oils now, because that's just a necessity. You have to choose what to focus on. Think of the positive. Our society focuses more on the negative. Focus on the positivity all the time. So he stated that you need to, there's two ways to do this business. One is sometimes versus part-time. Many people start this business while full-time job and all sorts of other stuff. But you can't build this business. No one makes it to gold or platinum working it sometimes. You have to think of it as a part-time job if you have other things that you're doing. You have to be consistent, keep your momentum going, and stay focused on your goals. Maintenance versus growth. Maintaining what is already there. If you're just maintaining, you're just going to do, you're kind of stepping back from what has gotten you to where you are. You need to still act. Okay, my notes aren't making sense here. If you stop and you just are happy to maintain where you are, your downline is going to follow your example. So if you are sitting back, they're going to sit back. And so in order for your whole organization to grow, you have to continue on maintaining that momentum. Excuses versus solutions. We are in the people business. What is your first reaction? Focus that yes, there is a problem. Now what are we going to do about it? And what is the solution? Not just pondering the fact that there's a problem. Paralysis by analysis versus action. Some people want to know every single thing before they go forward, but nothing will ever be perfect. We have to be okay with imperfect action. You learn the most when you are in action. Your members will again emulate whatever they see in you. We have to believe in our company and in ourselves. The stronger your posturing, the better your business. Many love the products, but hold an internal reservation about network marketing. Because we lack belief in network marketing, we don't think you can do, because we lack that belief in network marketing, we put that attitude off. So if you talk to any of the diamonds, they understand the abundance in this network marketing business. And that's what we all need to understand as well, is the abundance. And we need to focus on that abundance rather than on any negative connotations that may go along with it. Most people lack the confidence in the business model. The more you have, the more you'll give. This particular company that we are a part of is a rock solid place to be on, to grow on. It's a 23-year-old company, and network marketing is a very honorable profession. We have to believe in that, and we have to believe in the benefits of the business. So he said, you know, many people who start their business have any business have a very large startup cost, where it's typically tens of thousands of dollars to go start a business. But the beauty of this business is that it's a very low startup cost. You're only paying $160, right? You will earn proportionally what you put into your business. Those that are consistent work the business and treat it like a profession. They understand that it is a 4-year, we understand that it's a 4-year commitment to get to a higher professional level educationally. There is not one level of Young Living member that is earning a professional level of money that did not put in the time to develop their business. College students are okay to work for 4 years for no pay and end up in debt. They're hoping for a good income. Many people start this business accidentally, and it's easy to treat it like it's not a business. you need to put into a professional level of commitment. Okay, he said that, you know, we stated that $160 is a steal of a deal to get your business going. The product guide is your best tool. Use these tools. Using these tools makes it easy to replicate and duplicate the process. Hope is not a strategy. You have to attend the events, get to the next rank. Save up that money so that you can get to convention. Plan to get there. A plan to get there will get you there. He said you can probably manhandle your way to silver or gold, but you need your team to get to your higher ranks. Salespeople are encouraged to work individually, but in this business, it's not about your individual effort, it's about the team's effort. Okay, so then he had Nicole Perez come up, and she's not actually part of his downline, but his organization, but she had attended one of his classes 3 years ago. And 3 years ago, she was a star when she was at convention and heard him speak. And she had nothing specific that she was really doing or saying. So he told them to do 3 things, and this is kind of his bottom line foundation. He said, the number 1, you talk to 3 people every single day. You pick up your phone and you talk to 3 people every single day. You teach 2 classes per month, and you find 2 business builders that you're going to love on and work with. So she had, she took that to heart and she ran with that concept, that very basic concept. And she went from star to silver in 3 weeks. She taught class after class, and she had a script in her hands showing how easy it was to duplicate. She wasn't, you know, she didn't have anything memorized. She was showing people that this is easy. She then in 8 months went, she hit gold, platinum, and then diamond. She said she started to make mistakes at platinum because she didn't keep it simple. She said you need to find someone that you can look up to, do what they say you can do. The main thing she took away was, that doesn't make sense. The main thing that she took out of that talk was the action that she needed. Apply those 3 steps consistently. And that was just that simple program is what got her so quickly through those ranks, was just being very diligent and consistent with those 3 things. So Adam started building it when he was 22 years old. He said, apply yourself to this system like you're a student again, like you're going to get a new degree. This business is hard work. This is not easy. It's not a free ride, but it has been worth the hard. It's hard to go to school for 4 years and end up with debt and not have a job. So he said, choose your hard. Diamonds treat this business like a business. They're engaged in their annual events. You need to treat it like a business. This is a hard business, but it is worth the relationships. We're all of us building on this 23-year-old company that's a $1 billion company, and there's enough pieces of the pie to share with everyone. So that's Adam Green. Okay, we're going to end in 5 minutes and see if I can quickly get through Lindsay's talk. I don't know if I can get through her stuff real quick. And then I'll just do one more, and then we should be done if I do one more. Okay, so she said, balancing motherhood. This is Lindsay Moreno, our Lemon Dropper fearless leader. She said, balancing motherhood and entrepreneurship is difficult. She credits her success to God and social media. We all have the same destination, our why, our dream fulfillers. But at the end, the reason why we stay in this business is that we want to live our dreams. You don't want to look back and ask, what did I do? We are all on the same train. This business takes time and dedication. You're going to have to not care what the internet says. We can't care what the internet thinks. Don't hurt your feelings. You shouldn't let your feelings get hurt by people that don't know you. Don't take things to heart. She said that Danette Johnson, she's a woman who there's a lot of leadership training. She does a lot of leadership training, and she was a 13-year overnight success. It looked like to the outsider that she was an overnight success, but she was actually building on that business for 13 years. Just like Lindsay, she said she had been working in creating her business for 15 years before she even became a lemon dropper. She kind of credits from back in 2001 when she became a real estate agent, that all of those 15 years leading up to today helped her to develop her foundation to be successful in this business. So she, clearly she gained her momentum through social media. She said she stresses your brand, that this is very important. And your brand is how you present yourself out there on social media. You need to define your personal brand. Everything you do becomes your personal brand. When you post with no intention, your brand will create itself. We need to post intentional content. The brand isn't your logo or the right color or your tagline. Your brand is you and you alone. Your brand is what you sell. The Young Living brand is its own brand, but you are selling you. And as you sell you, as the brand of you becomes something people trust, and if you're using oils, well, then clearly they're going to trust you and they're going to use oils because they trust you. Okay, companies that do branding well are people like Oprah with her favorite things. There's mompreneurs, Etsy shops, freelancers. You have to genuinely love the product. She suggests taking a list of words and coming up with 10 brand names, things like compassionate, kind, future thinking, and come up with these 10 words that are your brand, that represent you. And then everything that you share, then you post those 10 brand names, those words that describe you, your brand, and you have those posted, and you look at those prior to doing any posting, and they need to represent that. Okay, and then she just talked about some of the different platforms. Instagram, you should post 1 to 2 posts per day between 1 to 3 p.m. Facebook, 1 to 2 posts per day between 1 and 4 p.m. Twitter is 5 posts per day. Avoid early mornings and late nights. Pinterest is 10 posts per day and post from 5 to 11 p.m. and Saturday mornings. Be sure that you take good photos, interact with your people, watch and emulate the people that you love, who is doing it right. Okay, then probably the last one can actually wait. It's just talking about chemical-free home. So anyway,
You're gonna put those notes up?
Yeah.
Because I was trying to write down what Lindsay was saying about when and how many.
I know. Yeah, I'll get this all together, and it will include her pictures, everybody's slides that I took pictures of. So I'm going to kind of embed those within my notes so that you can follow along well. Okay. So we're going to probably Chemical-free home is the last one, but I'll just post that. That's just kind of some good information, but nothing real necessary to go through.